Hello, welcome to Bob's Dungeon. My name's Bob, I'll be your host. In the last few videos I've done, we've taken a look at some Jedi source books to kind of celebrate Obi-Wan Kenobi getting his own TV show. So in this video, which will be the last of my Jedi videos for a while, I figure we'll take a look and see how the other half of the coin lives. It's two sides of every coin, and there's the light side of the Force, which the Jedi use to protect and defend and do good throughout the galaxy. Then you have the dark side, which the Sith and other such darksiders use for their own more greedy and corrupt means. And they spread a lot of horrible things throughout the galaxy. And that being said, we're going to take a look at the Dark Side Sourcebook. This book has 159 pages and a copyright of 2001. It was published by Wizards of the Coast, and all of the artwork in this book is in full color, and it uses both pictures from the movie and drawn artwork. So let's go ahead and look at that artwork. All of the artwork in this book is in full color, and it makes great use of using pictures from both the movies and lots of drawn artwork throughout the book. The artwork itself is really good and really goes a long way to giving you that dark side feel. And what about these guys? You never do hear a lot of stories talking about these guys. To use this book, what you're going to need is, of course, a copy of this book and a copy of the core rule books for the Star Wars role-playing game, either the regular D20 book or the revised edition. And you'll need a full set of dice. A full set of dice containing a 20-sided die, a 12-sided die, preferably two 10-sided dice for rolling both percentiles and tens, an 8-sided die, a 6-sided die, and a 4-sided die. This book gives you what you need to include the dark side in your game with a lot more detail. It's got a history of the dark side in here, giving you dates of events that affected the dark side, the Sith, and stuff, all revolving around the Battle of Yavin, this many thousand years before, this many years after, so forth. And it's got information here on creating dark side characters and a template for that. So if you wanted to play a game where your players were playing dark side characters, this has got you covered. It's also got some new dark side skills and some new dark side feats that you can add to your game if your players wish. It's also got some new prestige classes for the dark side that your characters can take once they meet the requirements. They are the Dark Side Devotee, the Dark Side Marauder, the Emperor's Hand, the Dark Force Witch, the Imperial Inquisitor, the Sith Acolyte, the Sith Lord, and the Sith Warrior. And you can play those how you wish into your game. It also discusses the stages of the dark side and how your character will fall and eventually atone for himself if that's what you want to do with your game. It's got some dark side equipment that you can put in your game for your dark side characters, weapons, armor, new ships and vehicles, and so forth. It's got a section here that talks about the dark side traditions and what they do. It's got some dark side creatures in here that you can put in your game. These are creatures that were either created from the dark side or have some kind of connection to the dark side. It's also got some dark side archetypes that the game master can use for NPCs that would be very much fitting to go along with a dark side campaign or adversaries if your characters aren't bad guys. And it's just got all the information you need. It's got write-ups on some notable dark side personalities and characters from the various comic books and movies, and basically just lays everything out for you for a dark side themed game, either going up against the dark side or actually playing characters who have fallen to the dark side. Just a source book that can really help you out. So that brings me to 3 questions. Would I play a character using the information in this book? I normally don't like to play Jedi, but if I played a Jedi, I would probably wind up using stuff out of there because my Jedi would probably fall. Would I use the information in this book in a game that I run? And yes, I would. Yes, I have. There's a lot of neat stuff in there that you get throughout your players if they're playing Jedi, or if you have characters playing Jedi, you could tempt them with the dark side if you wanted, with the information in this book. Would I recommend this book? This book is pretty good. I would recommend it. It may not be a must-have if you're not focusing games on Jedis and the Force, but it gives you a wealth of information if you are going to use games that are heavy on the Jedi and the Sith and so forth. It would be a very good book for you to have. Lots of good information. And that's pretty much all I got to say for the Dark Side Source Book right now. Thank you for joining me at a look at this book, and hopefully you'll join me next time where we'll talk about something else. Bye.